Welcome back to the Commissioner's Podcast. As always, it's your commissioner and host, Gloff Man. Joining me as always, my co-host, my correspondent from the B League, Andrew. What's up, baby? How you doing, buddy? Got Hunter Cromwell down in the corner. Sorry, I asked a question and I started talking over you.
You're good. No. Continue.
And then joining us today, a special guest, a 5-0 guest, the top of the league guest, Kyle Tully. Welcome to the podcast, buddy.
How's it going, boys?
I'll let
It's
Andrew,
going.
Andrew answer because I talked over him last time.
No, you're good. I'm not doing too well. I've been as you can see, you know the results of the bet we made. We can get into it later if you'd like, but I could just say I feel disgusted.
You should. For betting on
As
Will,
you should.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for that member to join us. He should be hopping on here soon. We'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait to yell at him.
But yeah, down here in the corner, that's my boy, hooking it up with a win. Get my first betting win of the year. Thank you. Boys, we're about a quarter away through the season, you know, and here we go. Here he is, the dirtiest Nelly of them all.
Wow.
Sup?
Joining us live on the pod is the Dirty Nelly himself. There he is. We're kind of talking, Will, how does it feel to be the reason that Andrew's wearing a Raiders jersey right now? How does that make you feel?
I'm very interested in this answer.
I have to suffer this week. I'm glad someone else is suffering besides me. I mean, it'd be better if
Fair
Zach
enough.
was wearing like a Roethlisberger's jersey or just any Ravens jersey, but you know,
It could have been.
That would have been better. That would have been great.
But Will takes a big fat fucking L this week, thanks to Aaron Rodgers and company. And Hunter gets a win, man. Is that your second win now, or your third?
Just my second.
Second win, okay. But I'll tell you what, Kyle. Obviously, Kyle and Will can attest to this. The league is very tight. Obviously, Kyle's 5-0. He's ahead of the pack a little bit. But everyone else, man, except for Will and Cade, who have one win, it's 2 wins, 3 wins the rest of the way. So 9 guys all within one game.
I'm not.
Oh yeah.
In the
I'm not
standings,
last right now.
It's close.
That's all that matters. By definition, I'm not last.
Hey,
Yeah, Cade's only scored 430 points.
Yeah.
Cade keeps forgetting to play players.
That's on
bro.
him. I'm okay with that. If he wants to go down this path, that's fine with me.
It's a bold strategy. I don't know how it's going to play out the rest of the season.
It's almost verging on inactivity, though. Like, are we going to have to vote on Cade, bro? Like, Cade, my man, are you there?
Where are you?
Check in. Set an alarm, dude. 10 a.m. on a Sunday. And just check your lineup, brother. See who's going to play, because the teams are going to tell you an hour before they're playing.
Yeah.
So set your alarm 10 a.m. Find out who's playing, who's not. Set your lineup, player. Come on. There's a lot at stake here, bro. Do you not understand? So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Cade will figure it out, hopefully. But why don't we all let's talk about, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? We got so many guests here today.
We've got 2 guests. What do you
we
mean?
should get a nice little discussion going. I know you and Kyle are finally joining us on the pod.
Wow. All right, fine. I'll just fucking leave then if I'm considered a guest.
What?
No, hey, what?
It's not like I'm a pod, but
Let's
I'm gonna take my ball and I'm gonna go home.
where would you be without me? Nowhere.
Oh, William.
Boy.
No. Let's get started with some look backs on this week. This week was crazy, honestly.
It was kind of a close week, man. A lot of what ifs out there.
What if I had a quarterback?
Well, we already went over this. Even if you had Kirk Cousins without you dropping him, I still would have beat you.
Yeah, but if I would have started Cam Akers, it would have been a lot closer. I might have won.
You didn't start
Still a
Cam
lot.
Akers? You didn't start
Oof.
Cam Akers this week.
No.
I don't think is Mixon back this week.
No, no, he's out again. He might even be
Cam
out next
Akers
week.
is getting the start because
Bro.
Jerome Ford disappoints me yet again. I don't start him, he gets me a lot of points. I do start him, he doesn't do shit. Like I can't win with my team.
You traded for Cam Akers, bud. You should have had him in your
Well,
lineup.
you see, the 1 week,
You traded
yeah,
for someone,
I
you
did,
put him
and
in
then
your
he
lineup.
shit the bed.
It says
gotta
Cam
stick
Akers is
through it.
projected
Listen,
0 points
Will.
on my end.
Listen to me, Will. I traded for Kyle Pitts. He gave me 0 points. Did you see me panic and go Hunter Henry? No, I stuck with my guy. 15 points from him this week. When you make a trade for your guy, you stick with your guy, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I did that all last year, and look what it did me.
What do you... Okay. We could talk about the mismanagement of those teams
We
all
could.
night long.
There's a lot of what ifs on my end.
But
we know it's good.
I mean,
A lot
Hunter,
of what
Hunter,
A lot of what ifs.
Hunter's team with a big win this week. Congratulations, manager of the week. By 1 point, by
By
half
1
a
point.
point. And Kyle, I know you're a little salty. You wanted that manager of the week. What do you have
I
to
just
say?
want to see what the manager and the jabroni get. No one will tell me.
Well, Hunter's gonna get his second, or he's gonna find out what the manager gets. He got jabroni last week, so he's gonna get both.
From worst to first, baby. From worst to first.
Yeah, so keep trying, Kyle. Maybe next week you can get in there and you can find out.
Maybe.
But
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge win with Saquon on the bye, Goddard on the bye.
yeah, to be manager of the week with his best player down, that's crazy. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. And it's not like Will's put up a stinker. Like, Will had a good week. Jamar Chase was the highest scoring player of all football.
I mean, without Jamar, the highest scoring player is his kicker.
Oh.
Who?
Oh yeah, he's got Koo Young
Who
Hoi.
had Young Wei?
You're welcome.
Who? Oh, me.
Dang.
I know. I was very lucky this week, though, because although he had Jamar Chase, I had the guy throwing him the ball, so kind of evened out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely helps
You
you.
son of a bitch.
Definitely helps you.
Bro, can you quit calling me from me?
Kyle, let's talk about your matchup. You had a kind of a big rival matchup this week with taking on Marcus, your buddy.
Yeah, brain cell v brain cell.
Yeah, so how did that go down? Was there some trash talking? Like, what was the vibe during your matchup?
Well, you know Marcus, so he came out before, like on Tuesday, and was saying how his players are all going to do good, how I have bad matchups, and all this and that. And then T. Higgins scores 30 points on his head. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. He just got outclassed, outplayed.
Dang, just outmanaged.
That's that, really. Uh-huh.
See, that's what I like. You know, just a manager having faith in his players. You know, you drafted them, you had a good feeling about them, and you stick by them. And they appreciate that in the end of the day. And good for you, man. Good for you getting a big win against a rival. So 5-0.
I mean, I could have given up on T. Higgins. He had out for 2 weeks, then 7, then 12. I could have given up. I stuck with him.
Stuck right with him.
And it paid off.
Yeah, it's that's a big time play right there. Definitely helps you secure the win. Let's check in with B Liga for a second. How were some B Liga? How did the B Liga go this week?
B Liga was interesting. A lot of shakeups, actually. Ryan Schaefer actually took a loss. So now he's 3-2. We still got Jose Castro going solid with 5-0, but yeah, after Jose, everyone is 3-2 behind him. So he's kind of running away with this league, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just now looking at his score. That's a close matchup with your brother.
Yeah, yeah. I thought he could pull it out, but I guess not. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm feeling very confident. I'm on a 3-win streak. Um, so yeah, Joe Burrow did amazing for me. Mike Evans did amazing. George Kittle. My whole team popped off. Although the only thing is now they're hurt. Everyone's hurt for next week.
Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, Nico Kittle. Yeah, Njoku got hurt again. Jonathan Taylor might be out another week. Probably out another week.
But
You might be getting AJ Brown back though. Or might be getting AJ Brown back.
well,
Oh, you
that's
just
the thing.
traded
I
him
actually
now.
I just traded him away today.
That's right. I forgot about that. Kind of a big trade.
Yeah,
Traded AJ Brown away. What'd you get?
I needed some depth, so I am receiving Najee Harris and Chris Olave.
Trash.
Ew.
Trash.
What you mean, ew?
Well, I mean,
That's a terrible trade.
with Derek Carr getting hurt, I don't know what's the Saints' situation.
Yeah.
Wait, he got hurt?
Hey, oh,
He's getting an
he has no brief
MRI.
injury.
Oh
He's
shit!
definitely
bro,
missing
you
a
got
week or
fucked on
two.
that trade. You got trade raped.
He has
Oh,
the
hey,
same.
you know what? You know what? I have won 3 straight weeks without him, and even then, he'd be my wide receiver 3.
Well, you're still fucked, buddy.
Wow.
Because who else do you got? You got obviously you have Nico Collins, Mike Evans,
Who is hurt, but you know, I got Mike Evans, I got Quentin Johnston, which against the Broncos, you know, not great, but I got Dontavian Wicks I could throw in, or Chris Olave. And yeah, then I could just run 3 running backs with Taylor, Jacobs, and Harris. So I ain't too upset about it.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Disappointed, to say the least.
Gridiron Gods needed something. So shout out to Matt for getting something done. You know, his team is struggling, man. He's 1-4. Probably had his best week scoring, 131 points. Still took an L. He needed to shake it up a little bit. Gets AJ
Yeah,
Brown.
sorry, buddy.
Let's see. I mean, he had Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Wandale Robinson were his starting wide receivers this week. So yeah, he needed some at fucking wide receiver. Granted, I don't know what he's gonna do at running back because he basically just has Bijan. He does have Tony Pollard. Never mind, he's got Tony Pollard. So
Yeah,
B-League
we'll see.
making some moves. We love to see it. Good for you guys. Just kind of wrap up on some B-League games. Laporta Potty beating Baked Mayfield this week, 144-95. He moves to 3-2, while Baked Mayfield falls to 2-3. Talked about Prestige Worldwide going 5-0. He beats Hall My Jigbas, Eric, who moves to 2-3. Tough L. And Swollen Units. Me and you talked about Swollen Units, man. A sneaker team. They get a big win.
That's not wrong. Come on.
6-point win, moving to 2-3 against Kirko Chains, who is also 2-3. And Slick and Senko with a blowout of Ryan Schaefer this week. 144 to
surprise upset.
110. He moves to 2-3, and Schaefer moves to 3-2. So it's tight. It's tight in the B League, just as it's tight in the Premier League. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this stretch. This next stretch of like 5 weeks is big because now all the bye weeks start to play a little bit of a factor in some of these matchups. So if you catch someone on the wrong time, it could cost you a week. And like this week, man, like I really would have like been more comfortable if I won this week. You know, with a couple of guys down on injury and bye week, to come this close, bro, it hurts. It stings. And I hope I don't look back on the year and I'm like, damn, if I would have won that game, I'd go to the playoffs or whatever, you know.
You've had some crazy games like that this year, though, Zach.
I know, man. My games have been crazy. Like week 1, McCaffrey miracle doesn't play. Marcus doesn't have a chance to pick anybody up. I end up winning. Like, I barely beat you in week 2. I don't even know what crazy shit went down in that game, but. And then the week 3, I beat the shit out of Will. Sorry to beat a dead horse, buddy. Um,
Sounds like a theme here.
and then I took an L to
No
fucking
matter what I
Kyle,
do.
whose team just fucking blew up.
Thanks, Kyle.
And then take a fucking really close L this week to freaking Middleman. And then now I bounce back next week. I got to take on Bradbury.
Who'd you lose to? Who'd you lose to? Yeah.
Me? I lost to Kyle and Middleman.
Get your shit together.
Get your shit together. One win.
Yeah, that one win came against Middleman.
I have
Still
I have a
one
over
win.
You. I beat you. You beat Middleman. Middleman beat me. It's a triangle.
World's worst triangle.
Huh? You're not wrong.
I think we should look at Dylan and Remy's game really quickly because that was a nail biter.
Oh yeah, it comes down to fucking Monday night. Can Travis Kelce overcome a 17-point lead basically? And he comes really, really, really close. 16 points.
16.
He's less than a point away, man. If he catches one more ball, 125.3 to 124.76.
Oh,
If
that's tough.
Travis Kelce gains 10 more, or like 8 more yards, 7 more yards, or catches one more pass,
That's tough.
it's over. And Dylan is walking away with an L. And Dylan, man, one of the hottest teams in the league right now. I don't know who he plays next week, but he's putting up mad points, man.
He plays me. It's me and him.
Hunter next week. Okay.
Let's go to Poppy.
So he gets Malik Neighbors back, so I'm a little worried, but I catch him on Kyron Williams by week. So
Oh,
See,
nice.
That's what I'm saying. Like those little things can add up. So he's gonna have to roll Charbonnet at backup.
yeah,
But you're dealing with ETN. Is ETN gonna be playing? Is he gonna be limited?
yeah. I mean, he catches me without Kareem Hunt, one of my better pickups so far this year. Number 1 running back. He got me, 19.7 points against Will this past week, and now I'm gonna have to put him on the bench and leave Etienne in and hope for the best.
Why couldn't that be when I play you? Yeah. Why? I would have won.
I mean, you might be getting Singletary back though.
What do you mean? You don't have to.
take a
You didn't
risk.
have to go against Saquon.
Take a risk and put Tank Dell in for either ETN or Singletary. No
I
need
know,
to follow
I'm
him.
Say, if you get
I
ETN
would go ETN.
hurt and then you slide Singletary up, go Tank Dell in.
Especially with Nico Collins hurt.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm like. I'm not happy anyone gets hurt, but I'm like, I'm glad that at least Diggs is on my team until Cooper Kupp's back, because maybe he gets a little more target share. I don't know, but
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be tough playing these strategies with players missing because it's like now you kind of have to start worrying about your depth.
you got to get the depth pieces in there. But yeah, man, that was a good game. Let's see, Kyle, you kind of blew your opponent out. Kind of a weaker game was Clint taking on Spencer Bradbury. Clint getting the win, 101 to 82. Spencer Bradbury with the lowest score of the week. Yeesh, buddy. And that comes with Cade
Trading for Rashad White, which
Trading for
I hate
Rashad
Rashad
White.
White this year.
with a fucking straight face when Bucky Irving's clearly been better,
Bucky's been great.
more efficient. And I mean, you're
My
rocking
favorite
Deontay
thing
Johnson
that's happened this
and
year.
Olave, and Kirk. Yeah, Spencer Bradbury. I mean, I'm gonna get a first-hand look at his team this week because I play him this week. So I don't want to talk too much shit and then end up having it bite me in the ass. But that's a tough like boom or bust lineup, and that just hasn't really had that much success yet. But he's got Trey
My
Sermon.
favorite thing that I've gotten to rub in Marcus's face so far is the fact that he drafted Rashad White 1 pick before I drafted Alvin Kamara.
Damn.
And that might be one of the worst picks of the draft.
That's crazy. That's adds
Yeah,
some
that's
context. That adds some context. That's Alvin Kamara. Oh,
Yeah, that's tough, Marcus.
yeah. That's Kamara's the guy that we all kind of missed on. I feel like. When did you draft him? 4th round,
Third.
3rd round. So okay, not bad. I thought he went a little later, so that makes me feel a little less about me not taking him. But yeah, then America's team, Jake, beating Cade pretty easily, 112
It's
to
not
88.
like it's hard.
Previously mentioned Evan Ingram not playing, didn't sub out, didn't pick up a kicker on his bye. I mean, I guess I get it. I mean, is there anyone on his bench that's undroppable though? Like Gus Edwards, Jamison Williams, maybe you want to keep, but Adonai Mitchell.
Donnie Mitchell?
Yeah, like, and you have Evan Ingram's backup, Cade. All you
Right.
got to do was see if he was playing, and then sub in his backup, who got him 12 points. And let's see if he picks up a kicker. He's like, let's see, he picks up any kicker, he probably has a chance of winning. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Play your season how you want, Cade.
Relegation.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs a tight end. I'm saying this right now. He needs a tight end.
We have room in B
No,
League.
you don't.
Yeah, Andrew is itching for a promotion.
I'm coming up for that.
He wants to be in the Premier League. He wants to transfer the trophy. And, someone's going to get that chance. All right, so the boy, let's see. Let's check out the standings. Current standings right now. There's 2 clear-cut choices at the bottom here. 1 of 4 teams, Cade and Will. This is kind of your, first season alarm. Hey, you don't want to be here in a couple more weeks. You got to start stacking a couple W's while the field is still close, right? You still have Hunter, Middleman,
Remy.
Marcus, all within 1 game of you still.
Yeah.
Did I miss Remy?
Shout out Remy. Happy birthday.
Why am I... Oh, yeah, Remy. Yep, Remy.
Chi-Town.
All within 1 game. And then a lot of guys are 3-2. Chances are they're going to run into another 3-2 team, and then you get a win. Now you're within another win. So, but if you keep losing, though, guys are going to eventually just start peeling away from you, and it's going to be even harder to get back in.
You're going to end up being Will from B Liga. I dropped this moniker when I get promoted.
Good.
Nah.
Good.
I get promoted then, dummy.
Yeah, I know. Come for your spot.
Come for Cade's.
And I don't know. Can Will's psyche handle 2 relegations in 2 separate leagues? I don't know. We won't get into it. We won't get into it on the pod. We'll talk after. We don't have time to unpack all that.
Oh yeah, let's not bring it up as I bring it up.
Tis what
Man,
tis.
fuck you.
It's all about matchups, baby.
It's all about the
It's all
matchups.
about the matchups.
Every year.
Yeah, you can pass it.
But let's talk to our guest here.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, it's all my Jigbas and Jigbas.
Yeah. Right. All my Jigbas.
All of them.
All of them.
Kyle, what? You've been wanting to get on the pod for a while. You're finally here. What's something that you want to talk about, or what's something you would want to see on the podcast? What's something that you want to just get off your chest, maybe? What's going through your head? What do you want to use this platform to say, I guess?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of the bets that have been going on recently on the podcast. I like those.
Okay. Well, yeah, we like those too. We think we're going to keep that going.
Keeps things entertaining.
Yeah.
Though I feel like some more people got to join in.
I think it's got to be you.
Yeah.
I think it's just got to be you and
more
Zach.
people got to get involved.
It's your thing.
I'll stick to my correct predictions. Y'all can do the
My correct
bet.
predictions. This guy.
I just hear
No,
cowards.
you're the one
I
who
just
wants
hear
to keep
cowards.
doing this. That's fine.
That's what I heard
you're
too.
Andrew from B Liga that makes bets.
Yeah,
Exactly.
B for bets.
not Mookie.
And then when you get demoted next year, you're going to have to be the one that makes
Man, I'll
bets
be
every
living in
week.
New Mexico.
Oh,
So
there's
what?
the
You're gonna
excuse.
quit the
I'll
league?
Quit the league.
Oh, then I see no problem.
Oh, so you're gonna quit the
You'll be doing
podcast?
bets.
So then,
So
what's
what the fuck does New
the
Mexico have to do with anything?
relevance of New Mexico?
Just
Well, that's good news because B Liga reaches out to New Mexico. So,
Yes, we do reach our scope does reach out there.
yeah.
We got some fans in New Mexico for sure.
that's
on a global
not
scale.
Global, that's regional.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that it didn't include other places.
Technically, it
That's
could
what he's
be. It's on the globe.
God, you're an idiot.
Well, I'm just warming up this seat
Keep
for you.
it
Just know
warm,
that.
It ain't gonna be me.
Well, with you bringing up bets, Kyle, is there a are you interested in making a bet this week on a matchup potentially? If we kind of go through
Ooh,
some of the
let me take a
matchups and
look.
you feel good on there, and I think
Yeah, when we go through the
maybe
matchups, I'll take a peek and see if I find anything.
maybe let's just jump right in to upcoming matchups
this.
here and see what we can
Yeah,
look up.
let's
a little
do it.
bit. Do you want to go? Let's talk about Kyle's matchup right away. Okay,
Ooh.
taking on Cade.
There's a good matchup this week.
So it's well, let's see. Is he going to take Waddle out? He's on bye week. I don't know. Is he going to look at his lineup? No
Enjoy
one
the
knows.
free win,
Oh,
you
no.
son of a bitch.
But
I mean, the rest of his players have good matchups this week. So, I mean, Tyler Algier in the flex for the past like 3 weeks has been interesting.
With Bijan as his number one running back.
so he's
Yeah.
trying to double up on it. He averages 5 points a game. Who's on the bench? Gus Edwards.
I guess he just did it last week, but I feel like there's better options.
Is
He's got to get like Jameson Williams in there or something.
Yeah, at least James Wilson's got a chance to score.
Right?
Like, for the most part. I mean, I'm not saying Algier's not going to score, but at least Jamie Wilson has a chance to catch a 40-yard bomb.
Right?
Yeah, there's always that.
But that's the tough
But
thing
also-
is he has to take Waddle out, so he's got to put him in the wide receiver spot, and then he still has to fill that
Yeah.
flex.
I mean, at this point, there's not a lot of starting flex options out
Put
there.
Jameson Williams in the starting wide receiver spot and then move somebody else to the
I
flex.
mean, I guess you could grab.
Gus Edwards. Fuck.
I mean, there's Calvin Ridley.
Against the Broncos, though?
I don't know. We've been able to stop runs pretty well.
I mean, his best bet
I'd
is probably
say he
picking up
definitely
Calvin.
has to change his quarterbacks, too. Caleb Williams against Jacksonville instead of Justin Fields versus the Raiders.
Justin Fields versus the Raiders. I feel like it's a solid matchup.
Dude, Jacksonville
Steelers are frauds. That's all I'm going to say. Except Najee Harris. Steelers are frauds.
Najee Harris.
I 100% agree.
Well,
Yeah,
Najee is
fuck
the
the
biggest fraud of
Steelers.
them all.
I'm glad everyone
drinking
else
the
is on that
Kool-Aid.
boat.
I take a little sip of Kool-Aid every once in a while. Najee's
sucks.
doing all right.
Kyle knows it. He just doesn't
He's
want to
doing-
admit it.
I think Najee just.
But he's like the only
he's getting all
back
the volume.
there.
He's got all the volume,
Yeah, right now, without Jalen Warren, they have nobody else.
and they don't even have Cordero, bro. Cordero's out
Nope.
too.
Although 14 carries for only 42 yards is rough.
But it is like the Cowboys. Like, I mean, their secondary does kind of suck, but their front line's still kind of good.
Are you talking about Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some good edge rushers. They're very fast. So they're more like outside linebackers rather than like just straight up DNs, which is gonna be tougher for Fields to scramble out of the pocket. No, Fields is playing the Raiders.
Yeah.
Who's playing who? The Bears.
We're
are
talking
playing-
about Najee Harris going up against the Cowboys this past weekend. It was kind of a rough week for
I thought we
him.
were talking about his upcoming matchup. Sorry, but he plays the Raiders anyway. So
That was
I
without
got
freaking Micah Parsons, too. They didn't have Micah Parsons or Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Still whooped up on
Is it Dexter? No, it's DeMarcus.
Yeah, that was a weird game though. It got delayed by like 2 hours. It was like midnight.
What a weird game.
Yeah, they're
for real.
tired.
They're
They were
tired.
sleepy.
But yeah, I feel pretty good about the matchup with Cade. I got to pick up a kicker because Butker's on bye, Tyreek Hill's on bye, and Kittle's questionable right now, but he's been questionable after basically every single game this year, so I think he should
Yeah.
play.
So yeah, that's going to be an interesting matchup because you're going to have to maybe rely on some depth this week. But like I said, right guy, right time. You're facing a team that's kind of struggling.
Yeah.
You know, haven't really hit their stride. So it could be a week, could be a trap game. Could be a trap game for Kyle this week if Cade has some producers. You know, maybe he has a big Bijan week. Maybe Justin Fields does have a big week. Maybe Zay Flowers grows up a little bit and plays good ball.
I don't know. Rashad Bateman's
Yeah.
been getting a
Yes,
lot of
he
targets.
Yeah, and then all 3 tight ends have been grinding. Like, fucking, who was that dude? Kohler from Iowa State, getting
The guy
like,
who referred to himself as the fat white guy in his post-game interview.
yeah, gets a 60-yard bomb and then scores a touchdown on the 2-yard
crazy.
line. Are you kidding me? What is happening? Mark Andrews is catching the ball and falling down at the 2-yard line. Like
yeah.
that ankle injury cooked him, bro. He's just unathletic now.
I think he retires after this year.
Like it's kind of drastic his fall off, bro.
Yeah. It needs to be
The
studied,
fall off is
honestly.
crazy.
So shout out to the league for saving me from that trade. Good shit.
Yeah, you'd have been in peril.
I'd be in hell
Should
right
let it
now.
happen.
I mean, granted, Cooper Kupp did get hurt, but
Should
still,
let it happen.
I would not be set up for the future.
Should we take a look at the matchup with Clint and Middleman?
Yeah, let's do it. Clint and Middleman. All right.
As of right now, Middleman does not have a kicker in.
Let's keep it
No
that way.
kicker. He's got Denver defense going again. I like that matchup. Let's see. Pat Mahomes, Aaron Jones on bye.
Aaron Jones, Pat Mahomes, both on bye.
Whittington on bye.
Oof, Trevor Lawrence on the quarterback spot.
So this is the big one that Will is looking at. That is he going to pick up a quarterback? Because if you look at the waiver wire, Will's on 8.
Don't say anything.
Right?
Don't say anything.
I think Middleman's 5. This will drop
No,
after
Middleman
the
is
waiver
7.
wire. So
Middleman is right ahead of me, which is Will Luck trademark. Remy is
Okay.
fine.
So,
Sorry.
So this is where Will's like he wants to get a quarterback. Middleman might be looking for a quarterback. It depends on how much you trust Trevor Lawrence. I just don't think that that's possible. Middleman's been very active on the waiver wire, not really caring where he
swear to-
goes on the
Yeah, I
waiver
think he
order.
has the most additions this year for.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think he did last year
I
too.
swear to God, if Middleman
He's
gets
kind of
who
a
I'm after,
fucking
No, Zach's number 1. Then it's Spencer Middleman.
yeah. I've had to do a lot of shit low key. I've been picking up probably a new
dude,
running
I
back.
swear to
every
God,
week.
if Middleman goes who I'm
Just
after,
hope-
goes after who I'm after, and gets him just because he's one spot ahead of me in the waiver order, I'm gonna crash out. Like I'm gonna lose my shit. Like,
I'm gonna.
dude, I'm gonna lose my.
I don't think you have to say the guy I'm going after. There's really only one quarterback on the waivers that I think people
Right.
are going for.
That you had to begin with.
Quarterback is made. I
Wait,
had him.
you had him?
Yes. You just dropped him last week.
Dropped him for old man Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Josh
dude.
Allen all over again.
And knowing Will's luck, this guy's gonna go off or he's gonna suck, and old man Rodgers is gonna be good now.
Yeah, with a new head coach, too, shit, it might happen. You know, man.
Yeah, but Nathaniel Hackett's
Oh,
still calling
God.
plays, bro.
His best friend, Nate Hackett.
No, knowing my luck,
What a shit show. Just give Garrett Wilson the ball. That's the play.
knowing
Give
my
Garrett
luck,
the
it's
ball.
straight.
That's the
How do you
only
have a
play.
bad offense with Garrett Wilson and Brees Hall?
Hey,
I don't get it.
I
And
just
like
want
they
the coldest
upgraded
pipe
their.
in
They
the
have like
game back in
3
the
or
team.
4 first-round picks on their O line.
Well, they honestly, their O-line didn't even need it either. Like, they've had some really solid
Yeah.
O-linemen.
Yeah, bro. They've got 3 first-rounders on there. They got
And Braylon Allen has stepped up and come out of nowhere, and it's
Yeah.
like they still suck.
yeah. Like, come on, bro. Your defense is like top half of the league,
Right.
which is why they've had chances in games.
Yeah.
But
It's been rough to see. I'd hate to be a
speaking-
Jets fan.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'd hate to be a Browns fan too. Whoever those guys are.
Oh, yeah.
it's poor souls.
Whoever those poor bastards
Looking
are.
at it, I think if Spencer once he picks up a kicker, and if he does get a new quarterback, I think he's gonna win it this week. Take it over Clint.
Yeah, I mean, it's all gonna come down to, man. Jackson Smith and Jigba is such a risky play every week, man. He's just not gonna get a bunch of yards. You need him to get a bunch of volume with catches, and that's just Gino. Man, I didn't realize how bad Gino's been. Like as far as like numbers wise, like they're
Yeah,
winning
it's been
games.
mostly just yards for him.
But he's been getting some yards, but he's not scoring touchdowns. He's not throwing touchdowns. They're getting down in the red zone, and they're letting the running backs punch it in. And then DK Metcalf's going to be the main deep threat there. And then Tyler Lockett probably after that. And then JSN's in the slot. Gets some opportunities downfield, but Geno Smith's not really hitting him.
How do we feel about Javonte Williams being played? As a Broncos fan, I'm not sure. He's been starting to pick it up. He got
Listen, he
16
beat
points
the shit
last
out of me
week
last
without a touchdown.
He
No,
killed
he
me
got a
last
touchdown
week.
last
He
week.
looked pretty good, and he's
No.
Jaleel
Yeah,
got one.
well, whatever.
Jaleel scored that.
Either way, he did.
Yeah, well,
Javonte has yet to score a touchdown this year.
Yeah,
No, he
And-
did good. 16.
he's definitely more involved in the passing game than Jaleel is right now. And Bo Nix is getting him the ball. Like they're just taking away those receivers. They have good receivers. I'm not saying they're bad. They're not creating a ton of separation though.
Right.
Like Sutton's not a guy that's just gonna create a bunch of separation. He's a go up and get it kind of receiver.
We have a bunch of number 2s and 3s. We have no solidified number 1. We have barely a number 2 in Sutton.
So they're not bad
Yeah.
receivers. They're serviceable, and if you can scheme them up in a certain way, they can get open. But Bo Nix is definitely dropping them off to the Javonte a lot. So, and he had a lot of points against me last week. I played him last week. He kicked my ass last week. He had 16. And
Without
he
a
had,
touchdown is crazy.
and he had,
Yeah.
he had 5 catches for 50 yards. On top of
Jeez.
13 carries for 61 yards. So
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, I agree with Kyle.
incredible.
I think depending on the moves that happen and kind of where he's leaning, I think that this is going to be a good one to watch this week because it's going to be 50-50 no matter what. As long as Josh Allen doesn't have, a 37, 42-point game, then I think it's going to be a close one.
Yeah. I do think that the Gibbs-Laporta combination is going to be pretty good for Clint this week against the Dallas defense. I know it's a tougher matchup. Maybe the Dallas D-line is better, but NFC opponent, the Lions offense is kind of due for a big scoring output game. I feel like this could be their game where it's kind of a shootout and they're just playing a lot of offense in that game. And then I think Chuba Hubbard's been pretty good lately too. So if he can get any production from Godwin, Shaheed, and Smith and Jigba, he has a chance. But if those 3 guys kind of fall flat, like all of them do, then I think this is definitely Middleman's game to lose for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Will, you want to talk about your matchup?
I'm playing Remy.
Ooh. This is an important one for you. You need this one.
This is a rivalry here. Because if you can beat Remy, you get 1, bragging rights over him, and 2, you move even with him in the rankings and potentially move him down.
I
to
do move
regulation.
ahead in the rankings because
Territory.
I'll have more points. I have more points than him right now.
So
Yeah,
this is a big
I
win.
just need the
This
guys
is a big
to
win
lock the
you
fuck
need.
in.
I mean, you have guys to do it. Kenneth Walker, Jamar Chase, Debo,
Jaden Reed.
Jaden
I just need
Reed,
it.
and if you can have a little bit of Cam Akers, who's projected 0 points right now, that'll change throughout the
God, I
week
hope so.
as they announce Mixon out.
I think it's projections right now because they think that Mixon might be back, but they're saying that's if he's back.
Yeah, and that's like they've done that the last 2 weeks with him. Is they see where Mixon's at, and then he has limited practice, doesn't play.
They do kind of say on like Friday.
Yeah, they usually say Friday, hey, he's not playing. Unless you're the San Francisco 49ers, and you'll wait until the day of the game and save my ass.
Stupid.
Shout out. But I mean, it's like Remy's team. Does Remy's team blow me out of the water? Not really. He's got Amon-Ra. Ayuk finally had a good game. And then James Conner.
That's about it.
Wandale's kind of a sleeper.
Wandale's good.
Wandale
I do
Robinson,
like
he's yeah.
Yeah, Wandale's nice. I like Wandale. It's just Malik Neighbors
Yeah,
is
but
back.
Wandale is still a solid number 2 for
I
them.
don't
He's
think
having
there's
a
a-
good year so far. Like, I truly think he will have 1,000 yards for the Giants.
Okay. Let's see. Hasn't broken 100 yards once this season.
Doesn't matter, man. He's doing better than a lot of other guys. He's still a solid number 2. He's getting more fucking yards. Fuck. He does.
He's got more than Debo.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, Debo still has 3 more yards on him, but
That's hilarious. Well, what I really mean is like obviously he's a good number 2, but with Neighbors coming back, I just don't think there's much touchdown.
Yeah.
Opportunities for him now. I think when they get in that red zone, they're going to be looking for
I mean,
Neighbors.
don't get me wrong, but Neighbors is going to be the guy that's double teamed every time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I won't discount the opportunity for touchdowns because they're playing Cincinnati, and their defense is low-key been booty.
Yeah, and they have the Dax Hill. They're one of their better players in the secondary. Just tore his ACL, so now they're kind of really down in the secondary. So I guess maybe there is that opportunity still. I just feel like still Neighbors' first game back, they're gonna try to pepper him a lot. So it's definitely risk reward. Like I think if there's always an opportunity for someone to score a touchdown. It's the NFL. I just feel like the risk of it happening this week.
Yeah,
I don't know.
well, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's just like, can you really afford playing that? Is he going to score a touchdown this week, every week with your flex? It's kind of a tough play.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah.
All
gonna
right.
be
So
Yeah, I think it's 50-50 for me. See what Will does on the waiver.
Come on.
But
Oh, it's
I mean,
right
Chase
for
and
the
Reed
game.
have great matchups. I like the matchup for St. Brown.
if you're able to get Kirko Chains, I say you got the win. But if not, I give it to
If
Remy.
I don't get Kirko, I'm going after another quarterback that's going to be starting for a while, I think.
Who are you thinking?
Yes.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flack.
He's all
Not
about the boys.
What?
Get Will Levis.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Drake May's making his
Why
debut.
would I go for Mr. Mayo and fucking dumb dick?
Yeah,
Bust?
that's bad.
All right,
The
go
only
with me
reason
on
I
this.
drafted Will Levis in the late rounds is because I saw one TikTok that said that his volume from last year means he's due to boom, and it was wrong. It was incorrect.
I mean, he's worth taking a flyer just because, like, if he could have been, like, even just competent, he might have been all right, but he's terrible, turns out. Will,
Too
just go
much
with me on
mayo
this,
in his
though.
diet.
What?
Go with me on this. You pick up Jameis Winston. You start him. Okay? First quarter, Deshaun Watson has the worst football he's ever played, which is very hard to beat because he played all week last week. Jameis Winston goes in, throws for 304 touchdowns in the last 3 quarters.
No, not going to do that. You can do that.
What do you think?
I think that's very.
No, I got Kyler
I
Murray.
think that's pretty smart. That's what you call
I
chess,
think
not
you're playing
checkers,
on my
right there.
numbers, Zachary.
Right,
I
because
think
even
you
if he
want me
doesn't-
relegated.
No.
I'm not picking.
No.
I know you.
I want you relegated.
I mean, it'd be funny. It'd be for the memes, for sure.
Quit calling me the meme
The
team.
memes would be hot.
Fuck, it's annoying.
Looking at the next matchup, we got another brain cell v brain cell going on
Ooh.
with Jake facing
money's on
Marcus.
Jake facing Marcus. So a tough stretch for Marcus there. Got to go 2 brain cells in a row and already losing 1. You can't lose 2 in a row, brother. And Jake's been a consistent threat. You know, he's got some good squad. He's got some good squad members, man. So you're gonna have to show up. He's pairing up Jaden Daniels and McLaurin. I love that. He's giving Mooney a chance to start. I love that. I kind of been flirting with Mooney all year, but I have too many receivers on my team. Marvin Harrison, DeAndre Swift's been good. Bijan,
No, Brian.
you're gonna have to step
I mean,
up.
he's got no Jefferson, no A-Chain this week, and I still think he should win easily.
Yeah, I mean, I like CJ Stroud, but I don't know. Fantasy wise, he hasn't been that great.
It's been a little disappointing.
Like, he's the 11th ranked quarterback right now, so I mean, not terrible, but you kind of want him to be in
That
the
sophomore slump.
5. Yeah. You know, he's not.
He's
throwing
going up
many
against
touchdowns.
Jaden Daniels, who is this year's
Jaden
CJ
Daniels
Stroud.
is having a
Yeah.
great year. Holy shit.
He's nasty with it.
Big fan of Jaden
He's
Daniels.
starting. Oh man, he's starting. He's starting Jacoby Myers. Like,
That's a move. That's an interesting move.
I mean, he's got Nico Collins hurt. He's got Quentin Johnston on the bench. Alan Lazard. Tutu Atwell is.
What
He
a
might
Lazard.
play Alan Lazard.
Put in Lazard.
Yeah, he's gotten a touchdown the last 2 weeks.
With Robert Saleh out of the way, he can just throw to his best friend every play.
Well, I should say 2 out of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, put it in the lizard,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, I do think J.K. Dobbins isn't in a bad play. It is against Denver, so I just don't know how much like yardage is there, but
Bro,
I feel like there's a touchdown potential
he's
there.
going to get locked up by the cracker
Jordan
back. Fuck you
Mason.
mean?
The Crackerback's
No,
gonna
Dobbins.
be the Crackerback's going to be covering
Oh,
J.K.
my bad. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Johnston.
Nah, he's got Johnston on the bench. I don't think Johnston's doing a damn
Well, yeah.
thing.
Yeah, get locked up.
No.
Back.
Not against that DB room, bro. He's
I was going
taking
to say, technically Johnston's their number 1, so he'd be going up against
Nah,
PS2.
bro,
but I feel like
I spit on that. PS2's
here's
was
the thing.
too good for him.
He is too
I
good
feel
for him,
like
but it's like, who
I
else does
do-
he cover?
Is it gonna be like a situation where like, hey, you don't need to follow this guy around all game? Like, we're good. Like, you can just stay on that side of the
It's-
field, and you know what I mean.
He's gonna
Is it
stay.
necessary?
He's gonna stay with Johnson at first,
I feel
but
like he'll get
Once they
migrate
kind of
to
like,
either
okay,
Um,
you're not doing shit, bro.
yeah, he's gonna stay with Johnson. But I feel like if there is a receiver that emerges out like McConkey, then he can switch over. But Moss is looking
Little lad.
better and better every game.
Yeah.
Little lad McConkey.
Does how often does Riley ever go to the slot?
He doesn't, because we have McMillan, and McMillan's one of the better
Yes.
slot corners.
It's great at the
And
slot.
so let's say, so I was kind of watching a little bit of the Jets Broncos. Does Surtain go to the slot even when he's following somebody, or does he just stay outside? Because I kind of
I think he
noticed that
stays outside.
he wouldn't
Yeah.
go inside when Garrett Wilson was inside, but everywhere else he would go with him. So they just play straight up McMillan in the slot.
Yeah.
Pretty much. He'll go outside and move in when he needs to, but yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's either way. It's a tough fucking matchup. So I think America's team would really have to disappoint to lose this one. So not ideal for you guys, Johnson. Getting away from the cop speed, you're gonna have to figure it out. I know you're trying to make trades, but I know you've been trying to trade with me. but I can't sacrifice my team to help your team at this point. You know, I'm not as fruitful as I was at the beginning. So
I'll take Kyle Pitts off your hands.
Yeah, you want Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
I'll take
Absolutely not.
I'll take Kenneth Walker.
Absolutely not.
I'll take Kenneth from you.
How's Roma Dunze been since the trade?
Yeah. Huh.
Keenan Allen came
Goodness
right back and
gracious.
said, "Hey, chill
He
out."
said, "Chill out, young
rookie."
blood. Let the vets handle it." Fuck.
Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. Also, Dylan has dropped Samaje Perine, who I traded him for Stephon Diggs and Zach Moss. But he got DK Metcalf, so it's not like I swindled him. Speaking of Big Daddy D, let's talk about Hunter's matchup.
Another 50-50 one in my opinion.
Yeah. This is a very, I mean, yeah, look at the fucking projections, 122, 125. I mean, we did did we already talk about this one?
Wow.
Or no?
No.
You both have good teams. They're honestly really even. Yeah.
I feel like the
Yeah, we
difference
pretty
is
much have
gonna
the
be-
same teams.
Difference is probably going to be the running backs and the flex, just based on, is ETN going to play? Who do you play there? And then he's got Charbonnet, the backup. So unless Kenneth Walker has an injury in the game, he's probably not getting that many touches against a tough San Francisco defense. And then Derrick Henry, who may run wild against Washington. I don't know. And then Saquon taking on the Browns, which is probably a 30-point game for him because we suck. So
Well, Philly's coming off the bye. He's going to be fresh.
yeah,
I would give it to Hunter this
That
week.
game incoming.
I need a win. I need to string together two. I can't keep winning one and then losing one and then winning one and then losing one. I need to string together a few wins here.
I think you got it easy, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a hot take. Just looking at the matchups, I think DJ Moore could have a huge game against Jacksonville.
mm-hmm.
Drake London
I mean,
against
Saquon's coming off the bye. Bengals are figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, the only question mark you have is ETN going to play? Is ETN and Singletary going to play?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Who do you have as back? Gibson. Well, yeah, I guess you kind of have to cheer for no injuries.
You're at least going to have to have one of them play, so you can have Tinkdale and the flex.
Yeah, and honestly, Singletary being out this past week was kind of just came out of nowhere because he finished that game against the Cowboys the week before.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it must be just a precautionary thing. But yeah, this is a if you can get a win this week, that'd be a really good win for you, man. This is a hot Dylan team. This is a hot team now. Scoring massive amounts of points back to back. He won back to back managers of the week before this week. So tough matchup, but definitely one you can still win.
Yeah, and then if I do that, hopefully pushes me up a little bit more in the standings. I can maybe get past Middleman, maybe get past Marcus. Hopefully I can get up around Spencer because I don't know how Spencer Bradbury has 6th place locked up right now, and he hasn't even scored 500 points yet this season.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they're ranking that out because I mean I haven't gotten up over 600 either. I mean I'm closer than Spencer, but yeah, it's a.
He also has gone up against the least amount of points this year with 449.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, if you can get a win this week, that'd be huge for you. And I mean, it doesn't really hurt Dylan that much, just because of how hot his team has been. He does go to 3-3, but you definitely have more to gain in this, for sure.
Correct. If things go right this week, I could go from 4th to maybe 1st in the East. So we got to take a look at this.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a big one this week.
That is going to be a big game. Holy cow. Yeah, we're going to be glued to that one. And I think the only one we didn't really touch on was me and Bradbury's
No, we're
matchup.
getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah.
there. Calm down.
I'm a little concerned about Zach Moss. He had that ankle tweak. They're saying it's like a mild high ankle. So, I mean, if he plays, is he really going to be that effective? Is he going to play? I don't know. Do I have to fucking start Jaleel McLaughlin again? I hope not.
What about Spears?
Actually, I probably would go Spears. I'm also trying to pick up Tank Bigsby.
There you go.
As a backup. Just go ahead and I would say I'm number 2 on the waiver. The only one above me is Big Daddy D.
Well, fuck. That's who I was going after as well. So I guess I got to change my shit because I'm not going to get him. I'm right below you, which is ridiculous because you have
Looks
so
like
many
our trade
moves.
isn't gonna happen.
I don't ever pick up on the waiver, bro. I only pick up on fucking after the waiver when every move is free.
Looks like our trade
That's
isn't
the only time I
happening.
pick up, unless I absolutely need it. Unless I absolutely need it. I'll trade him to you. I'll trade him.
Well, I would highly recommend not trading with
I
Zach
would highly
anymore.
recommend shutting the fuck up.
Well, if you wanted any good fucking teams to trade with, I'd be one of them because your team needs a lot of help
I
and
don't
you're
need a lot
doing
of help.
nothing to
I
help
just
it.
need a tight end and a quarterback.
No, you need a lot of
I've got
help.
good receivers, bro.
You have Jamar Chase.
Jaden Reed puts up good points every week.
You have Jamar Chase.
No.
Hey, hear him out on Jaden Reed. He's a good receiver.
Nah, he wants Jaden Reed. That's
Yeah,
why.
he does.
That's why he's saying that. He wants Jaden
I'm okay
Reed.
right now. I got Drake London, who's number 7 in the league, and I got DJ Moore finally going off. So I'm chilling on
Yeah,
receivers.
that's pretty solid.
Let's see where.
How about we take a break and
Jaden
how about
Reed-
B-Liga rep take us through some of the matchups
Brother,
in B-Liga?
Jaden Reed's ranked 4th.
B-Liga.
A lot of it is padding
Doesn't
from
matter.
first week, though.
He's at 2 games over 15 points.
Doesn't matter. He's ranked 4th.
One of them happened to be a 30-pointer, so.
And you're 1-4.
Got me there. I came in front. Got me there.
Boom!
Yep.
Roasted.
It's you.
All right, let's talk a little B-Liga, boys. Let's talk a little B-Liga.
Ew.
All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start with your matchup.
All right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Let's see, who do I
I
got?
can't see that.
All right, I'm going up against Slick Canseco. He's got Lamar Jackson, Montgomery, Ramondre Stevenson, which I need to rant about him in a second. Stephon Diggs, Deontay Johnson, Darnell Mooney. So he's got a decent team. I should have some people coming back off my bench. Well, I do have some injuries, but, I'll deal with it. Yeah, Stevenson, really quick, I'm fucking pissed because all the early talk morning shows and even ESPN said, "Hey, the Patriots are sitting Stevenson. We're putting in Gibson." So I don't have him in this league, but I bench him in one of my other leagues, and he goes fucking off after doing nothing on my starting lineup.
Yeah, Hunter started Antonio Gibson thinking that the same thing. So, in our league,
I don't blame you. Shit.
Yeah, this past week, and I put him in because they were saying that he was gonna be the starter because Ramondre has had some, fumbling issues and whatnot, and they still just. I don't know what happened with them. They were a tough team this week for the Patriots. They are falling off fast.
yeah. The good news is, hopefully, you can get AJ Brown for Quentin Johnston.
Well, no, I traded him away. I'll have Chris Olave.
I keep forgetting that. So yeah, you probably put Olave in there still.
But I mean, I'll be running Mike Evans and Olave, which is decent. But I'll have
Are you gonna go Najee or
what's
in
his
the-
face?
in the flex?
Najee.
Are you go Najee?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
flex
Najee
over
in the
Spears?
flex.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that.
with Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor as the main running backs.
Jonathan Taylor might
Yeah.
not play again.
I mean, it's tough because
Yeah, he should be playing this week. If not, I'll have Tajay Spears, who's rested.
coming off the bye, yeah, and he's been more productive. He's been better last few weeks. Tony Pollard's
Yeah,
still a
he's been-
workhorse, but still better. Still been a decent RB2.
Yeah,
The
but
one thing I'll say though,
I got
no, go ahead.
what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I just have Joe Burrow against the Giants, which that should be decent. Young Hoi Koo against Carolina, so you should give me like another like 18 points right there.
Yeah, with Young Wayne
So,
Giants. One
I'm
thing I'll
looking at
say-
kickers; they're important.
One thing I'll say is Sleckensenko still needs to pick up a kicker. He's got Jake Moody in right now. He's hurt. He's out. So I imagine he'll pick up a kicker. And then he's just got a team that can boom, man. He's got his choice between
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen every week. He's got David Montgomery, Stevenson, like we talked about, Diggs, Deontay Johnson, Conklin, Mooney, Pittsburgh defense. Like those are all guys that could put up big numbers. If it
Yeah,
falls.
he has a very big boomer bust team, but hey, you know what? I'm on a hot streak right now. I'm gonna hype up my team. I'm gonna give it me this week.
All
I think I
right.
can overcome it.
Every time I pick my cousin Sleckensenko, he loses, and every time I pick against him, he wins. So I'm just gonna stay neutral. I'm just gonna say
You
stay
stay,
neutral.
nah. You just need to make a decision. You're the fates
Yeah.
on this.
Got to pick Zach.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go with you this week. I'm gonna pick you. to
Okay,
win.
all right. We'll see it.
Hey, I'm on the podcast. Sorry, people are being loud as fucking accurate right now.
We can't hear it.
Let's see. Next, I got Prestige Worldwide going against La Porta Potty.
Even match.
Yeah, honestly, Mr. Undefeated, I think. Let's see, who's he got out? He
Damn.
actually has to face some buys. He's got Aaron Jones out, Worthy, Pat Mahomes out, Adams, who's not playing.
Hey, speak
So he
about
may actually take a lot.
talking about. Hey, Romo Dunze, where's he at? He's in Prestige Worldwide's lineup right now. As the wide
Yeah, he's
receiver,
in.
too.
Ouch. Yeah, Chris Godwin. But he's got Chuba Hubbard, Jordan Mason, and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and he's got C.J. Stroud. So he's got C.J. Stroud.
He's got
on the
CJ
bench
Stroud.
with Pat Mahomes. He's got Pat Mahomes and C.J. Stroud. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going against the
Oh,
Porta
and
Potty.
Hunter and Will, just keep in mind, this guy is 5-0 while having McCaffrey on his bench.
Man,
What's his team?
So here's his team. This is who he has this week. I'll tell you who's on his bench because he does have some buys. He has C.J. Stroud, Derrick Henry, Jordan Mason, Chris Godwin, Romo Dunze, Trey McBride, Chuba Hubbard, New Orleans defense, and Justin Tucker.
So he's just doing okay because he has Mason as the backup in CMC.
But he also has Devontae Adams, Pat Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Xavier Worthy, and Christian McCaffrey.
ooh,
Goodness, this is a 10-person league?
This is a 10, yeah.
Okay.
10-man.
So everyone's a little stacked.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how the 10-man guys, whoever comes up from the B League, adjusts to the 12-man.
it's gonna be tough.
Because it is.
I do 12 mans all the time. I'll be ready.
I think if you draft all right, it's easier because you're not gonna it's gonna be less frequent that you have guys popping off on your bench because you're gonna have a bunch of plug and play guys as opposed to maybe a solid wide receiver 2 on your
Yeah.
bench and a 10-man.
Yeah, you just got to find the diamonds in the rough.
Yeah. And then you look
But,
at the Porta Potty.
yeah.
The Porta Potty is pretty much full strength. I mean, he doesn't have Justin Jefferson, but he's rolling out ETN, Connor, Drake London, T. Higgins, Tucker Kraft, Marvin Harrison Jr. He's got Washington defense. And Evan
He's got a
McPherson.
shot.
Grow up.
I don't know. I think he does have Tucker Crafton over Laporta, so that's interesting.
This is live.
Um,
Field fifth,
Gino's doing pretty good, but he's going against the 49ers. I think that's going to hurt him. So yeah, I think for my pick, I think undefeated stays undefeated.
All right. I think Laporta Potty gets a win this week, man. I think it's going to be too much. I mean, Odunze, granted it's Jacksonville, and Godwin. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough to take Drake London, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, and James Conner. I don't know if it's enough.
You want to make that our bet for this week?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm confident.
All right. We're locking it in. You're taking Porta Potty, and I'll take undefeated Prestige Worldwide.
Let's go. Laporta Potty with the upset.
What you want to stake?
Come on, Erdman.
What are the stakes? If you guys want to chime in and help, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, the stakes.
Only rule is no money. We don't bet money. We bet pride.
How confident are we in this? How confident are we in this one?
I feel good, man.
100%.
I think Laporta
I
Potty's
say
getting this done.
winner gets to make one single change within reason, not dropping or adding a player, but moving a player on the other person's lineup in their other team.
That's crazy. And the good thing is me and him have access to each other's teams too on fantasy.
We do.
One move.
Okay, so we can move one player.
You have to swap them out. You can't just bench somebody. You can't add or drop. It's just you put somebody else in their lineup.
That's crazy.
I like that.
Interesting.
I like that one.
I like it. Let's do it. I'm gonna be pissed if I lose like that. But
Make these a little more spicy.
that's crazy.
Oh fuck. Okay. This is fucking sabotage.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, welcome to the A-League, son. We sabotage every week with
All right.
trade declines. Fuck out of here.
All right.
You know, I'm willing to accept. I accept.
Let's go. All
right.
It's on. Speaking of bets, Kyle,
All
was
right.
there a bet that you were interested in? Was there something that you were interested in?
I don't know. I think
Could also get some side
I don't
action.
know. None
on
of
this
my
guy.
picks for who was gonna win were that controversial. I feel like,
Yeah.
except maybe Hunter.
Yeah, because you said
Make
I
a better
bet I
deal.
would bet that Hunter wins by at least 15 points or 10 points.
Really?
He's
Oh,
currently
okay.
favored by 2.5. I think he wins by 10.
I'll take you on that action, bro.
No.
I think it's going to be a way closer game. I think there's a chance that Big Daddy D wins, to be honest.
I think you should. Will, you should take this
I
one.
mean,
We'll get
What's
in
the
there.
bet, Kyle?
I bet that Hunter's gonna win by 10
You
points
see,
this
I
week.
feel like it's going to be closer than that. I mean, fuck that. I want Hunter to lose after the ass whooping I just got.
That's why I'm saying you should get in there.
All right, what you want to bet, Kyle?
I don't know. What do we bet?
No fucking trade. Like, no, we get a player from each other's team. That's some bull honky. If you
Whoever wins the bet gets to pick the team name for the people who lose, and they have to keep it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I like
There we
that.
go.
Yeah, that's a great bet, Kyle.
just don't make
Great
me,
guess.
just
Great
don't make me be the
fucking
meme team in real
just
life. I'd kill myself.
quality.
I have a chance to do something super funny here. I'm not
Alright,
gonna
I'll
let
take
you
that
down,
bet.
Kyle. I'm not letting you down.
Appreciate
For
it.
those
I'm
watching
counting
on
you.
YouTube, leave some comments and suggestions.
Yeah.
Team names.
Yeah.
Meme
there's some-
names.
there's some
Yeah.
out there
Let us know.
suggestions. Getting ready to some of these other B League games.
Yeah,
so
we
can wrap
gotta
this
get
up.
to Pracky.
We could do a speed round.
I'll do this first one, and you do the next two. Okay.
Okay.
Baked Mayfield taking on Gridiron Gods, who doesn't have a tight end currently, because tight end is on bye, so he's going to probably pick one up. Versus Baked Mayfield, I already said that. So Jalen Hurts versus Prescott, Bijan versus Brian Robinson, Singletary against Pollard, Metcalf against Ayuk, St. Brown versus Garrett Wilson. Tight end versus waiver wire pickup Brian Thomas versus Wandale Robinson. And that was just like a bunch of word vomit. I don't know. Right now, Gridiron Gods is projected to lose because they don't have a tight end or a kicker. So I imagine when he gets those guys in, it'll be pretty even. But I think I keep picking Baked Mayfield. I'm going to keep the same trend. I'm taking Baked Mayfield again, bro. I don't know about you.
He's your rep. All right.
Yep.
I may have to agree. Yeah, I would take Baker Mayfield this week, even if he just puts in. I don't know. He'll pick someone off waivers, but I still got Baker Mayfield with you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Next up, we got Halmai and Jigmas, aka my brother, versus Kirko Chains. This is a weird match because it's basically Kirko's got the better quarterback and the better receivers, but Eric's got much better running backs and better special teams with the Baltimore's defense and Kaimi Fairbairn. So I think just kind of, even though Kirko Chains is projected more with 119 over 109, I'm going to give it to my brother Eric because you have Breece Hall going up against Buffalo on Monday night. Should be decent. James Cook going up against the Jets. That's going to be interesting. I think the only suggestion is Eric needs a better quarterback because he's stuck with Isaiah Likely and Evan Ingram. But yeah, I think I'll give it to my brother this week.
Yeah, this is where me and you are going to diverge. I think Jaden Daniels, DeAndre Swift, McLaurin, Bowers are enough to get over the hump this week. But
yeah, but they're going up against Baltimore's defense.
yeah,
it's gonna be a real good test for him.
I'm not sold on him. I'm not sold on Baltimore, man. To be honest, like Joe Burrow cooked them last week, bro. Cooked them.
That's
up.
true, but I don't know.
Division games are different.
We will see. But I do like Brock Bowers on Kirko Chain's team, so against Pittsburgh, though, we'll see.
Yeah.
And last matchup of B Liga, we got Swollen Units versus Pickens Up Your Sister. Pickens Up Your Sister, he's going to have Justin Fields up against Vegas. I think that's a smart move. He's got Kamara. He'll have Malik Neighbors back. CeeDee Lamb to pair alongside with him versus Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, Jaden Reed on the other side. Yeah, I guess he hasn't moved all of his starters then. He does have Saquon Barkley on his bench. Mm-hmm. Same with Mixon. If he plays, that'll be very good for him. To be honest, despite that, I'm going to give it to Ryan. I think even with Kamara and Walker, I think that's a better punch than Mixon and Saquon right now.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what Mixon's going to be back after his injury.
True.
If he's going to be full speed or not. And then his backup's Zach Moss, who's slowed down also. And Deebo hasn't been that great. He's been solid. He's been all right, but he hasn't been Deebo that we know. So we'll see if that can turn around. Yeah. I think I like Pickens Up Your Sister as well.
Yeah.
So I do apologize to the B Liga. We weren't able to kind of get too in depth with you guys. I promise I'll get you guys better next week. If there's someone from the B Liga that wants to join as well, please feel free to hit me up, and we can get you scheduled.
Andrew, on out of here.
I wanna talk amongst my B Liga brothers.
Yeah, he's the B Liga rep. He's gonna be here.
Fair enough.
But I guess with that, we're gonna get ready to wrap up the show. Is there some hot takes from the boys this week? I know we kind of talked about a few. Got a couple bets laid down, but any hot takes for anybody this week? Any upsets? Any sort of? I think this player's got a good chance of popping.
Not a hot take, but just life. I feel like Middleman's gonna screw me somehow this week.
That's like the coldest take ever. That's guaranteed.
That's just inevitable.
Yeah.
That's guaranteed.
Well, one of y'all is gonna find a way to screw me this week. I don't know who. Shit, it might be me. But we'll see. Yeah, I know it's gonna be you. It's your favorite. It's your fucking
That's
hobby.
hilarious.
I pray to God you have to pick between Bo Nix and Andy Dalton for your quarterbacks off the waiver wire.
Oh,
You're getting
yeah. Good luck,
Everyone
Chief.
ahead of Will. Let's just collude right now. Let's do a league-wide collusion. Everyone in the league, go pick up a quarterback. All 7 people ahead of Will pick up a quarterback
out immediately. Then
this week.
the waiver
And
claims end
let's just see.
tonight at midnight. You gotta put the podcast out tonight, son.
All right. Challenge
Yeah,
accepted.
You got 15 minutes, then, nerd.
So someone will have to pick up. So the only quarterbacks that would remain, if that happened, would be Aiden O'Connell, Drake May, Justin Herbert, and Jameis.
Hey, listen, man. If I get you admitting to league-wide collusion, that's cool. That means I'm not getting relegated. No.
I mean, I would just. It would be like basically like calling a vote.
No,
Just like,
you even
okay,
just
majority
said
wins,
the
everyone picks up a
league-wide
quarterback this
collusion,
week.
So
Well,
I
clip
don't
it.
have to flip it. It's going to be
I
in
have the
there.
audio.
All right,
I got the audio.
my hot take for this week. I think the Giants continue their run. They get Malik Neighbors back. I think they pull a dub out against the Bengals, and the Bengals are in turmoil, and then they just start to tank.
My hot take.
Damn.
My hot take is
Interesting.
I think Deshaun Watson saves face and has a career game and and Browns just say fuck it, let's keep starting him.
That is the
Who are they
hottest
playing?
take I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm
Against
not a fan of
Philly?
A
that one.
career game?
Against Philly.
You said hot takes, brother. I'm going for it.
That is the fucking hot take, but that is the wrong take.
That thing is 1,000,000 degrees hot.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I'm a Browns fan. Hunter, watch that video I sent you, bro. And
I
I
will,
should send this
yeah.
to Will. He'll probably change his fucking pick, but my hot take is I think that both Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell score touchdowns this week. Maybe not the hottest take, but I think they're both getting in the end zone against a pretty good New England defense.
Let's see.
I think my hot take would be the Ravens Commanders line is currently set over under at 52. I think that game clears 60 points.
Which game? Commanders and who?
Commanders Ravens.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a fucking big game. Both defenses.
I think that's going to be a shootout.
Damn, that'll be a fun game to watch. Is that like a primetime game?
No, it's at 11 in the morning.
That's going to be the game I watch over the Browns game for sure. That's going to be dynamic, bro. Lamar and like Lamar's twins. Like Lamar's like better like version. Maybe? Question mark?
Okay. It's like his little brother, I'd say.
Like his predecessor maybe?
No,
like his
no.
like the next best guy?
It's like J.J. Watt and T.J. Watt. There you go.
I hate that.
There you go.
Fuck both those guys, bro.
No, and Derek. Why?
can't
Fucking
stand that.
JJ
I
didn't
can't
even play
stand
for
that.
the Steelers.
I can't stand JJ Watt's bullshit little Paramount Plus commercial. He's like pretends to be like a fucking McDonald's cashier, and he's like Paramount Plus, man.
Zach is a generational
It's
hater.
just annoying, bro.
Anyone just tied to anything Steelers related. Oh, you're related to a Steelers
basically.
player? Fuck you.
Yep. Well, gentlemen, it's time to wrap up the show. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's a pleasure having you.
Of course, thanks for having me.
5-0, looking to get to 6-0. Good luck the rest of the way. Maybe we get you on again later on if you want. Maybe later down the season. As we get closer
Yeah, I'd
to the
always be
playoffs.
down.
Well,
Cool.
from the bottom
So-
of my heart, enjoy being brain cell number 3 for 2 weeks.
Brain cell number 3 is
No,
5-0,
no,
so I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
When I win this game,
He's
you're going to be
currently
brain cell
holding
number
the. It's like Split. It's like Split. When
Yeah.
he's got all those personalities, Kyle's the one brain cell holding the microphone or the light. You know what I mean? He's the one holding the globe right now. But Kyle, thanks for joining us. Everybody else, we're here every week. We're the Commissioners Podcast, and we appreciate you guys sticking with us. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week. I gotta get this shit off.